Hello YouTube, this is Miss Vindicat, and look what I've got. It is a kitty. But that is not what this whisper video is going to be about. I am going to show you this book. It is a wonderful book, and I think I showed you this book in maybe day 3 or 4 of the ASMR Vlogmas, but I didn't show it to you, I didn't do a proper flip through, so that's what we're going to do today. My cat is, being herself, basically. So here there is this little sticker that says Forum Centrum. And Forum is the name of the cultural center close to my home, and the library is in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna browse through this book, show you some things, and I'm also going to point out all the things that make it look like this book is like a good representation of the city where I live, and it is not the city where I live. Actually, this person wrote Traut Susanne Berner. It's a German illustrator. She created this book, and so she's from Germany, and I'm from the Netherlands. We are neighbors, the Germans and the Dutch. So I guess that is why it has the same feel, sort of. Mikey, what are you doing? I'm trying to record a whisper video. Okay, so it says de vrolijke 4 seizoenen, which means the happy, upbeat 4 seasons. And it is a kijk- en zoekboek, which means a book to look at and search things. So a look and search book. So let's start. It starts with the winter, what a winter basically says. And I think that originally there were 4 separate books: winter and spring and summer and autumn. And then for this edition they combined the 4 books. So here on the left side you see some of the figures, some of the people that are in this book, and there's these little stories about them. For example, it says here, for this woman, she is going to miss the bus, and then if you know that, you can sort of look for it, and there's all these stories inside. And I just keep looking at this book. Basically, let's be honest, I borrowed this book, not my son. I didn't even let him pick. I was just like, okay, we're getting this book. And actually he can get as many books as he wants. The library is free for children until 18 years old in the Netherlands, which is good, I think. So I'm trying to go to the first page. So this is winter, and this is an apartment complex with 3 apartments. In a recent Patreon video I went in depth to really look at all the 3 apartments and everything, but now I'm just gonna do a quick flip through. So basically what you can see is this. Here's the woman that is gonna miss the bus. The bus is okay. I don't know how this will go. The bus is here. So there's let me explain the concept of the book, and maybe then by the end of that this little kitty has left, and otherwise we'll see what we'll do. There are these scenes, like this is an apartment complex, and the next one I think is a farm, and then there's a train station. And these scenes, there are 6 or 8, I don't know, we'll see in a minute. They are repeated in every season. So when it's spring, we see the same apartment complex, but of course there are differences. But it's the same apartment complex, it's the same people live there. So it's kind of a story, because if you look here, if you look close, if you look carefully, this woman over here, she's pregnant, and then in the spring she will have this little baby, and then in the summer the baby will be a little bit bigger. So there is this story going on in the book, and there's also stories going on within each season. So for example, here is this woman looking at the bus like, oh damn, I'm late. So then in the next drawing or illustration, on the next page you'll see her running after the bus. So there's all these stories to be found, and I think that's just so clever, and it makes me want to actually destroy the book so that I can look at all the same images like the apartment complex. I want to see all 4 of them in a row. So I mean, I'm not gonna destroy the book obviously, but I think that would be nice if you have the 4 different books. Then you could do that easily, because I've got a feeling that there are many things that I didn't even notice yet. So yeah, let's go to the next page. So this is the farm page. There is a farm on the left. As you can see, the bus is still here. It's getting a little bit busier, and here is the woman running after the bus, and we'll see where she ends up. Then this is the page with the train station, the bus, I think busier still, I'm not sure. Mikey, what are you doing? And the woman is now over here. And here you can see it's clearly Christmas time. There's these stars. My son calls them flowers, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of understand that. And I could say that it's a star, but he's now just learning, like the simple star. So it's so funny how they learn words. Then the next page is, kind of like the city. Here is a construction site. There's gonna be they're building their school, a new school, and here there's here's a cultural center with a library, and this is actually pretty much like it is in the Netherlands. For the next, I say the Netherlands, but I'm talking about the town where I live, Groningen. So for the next season, spring, I can show you all the things that resemble the city where I live. So then there's this one. This is like the main square of the city. I just love it so much. And as you can see, it's snowing here now. The bus, there's just a little bit of the bus, and the woman is just never gonna catch up, I think. Then over here, let me just change the way I'm sitting, because I am kind of I'm laying on the ground and it's not ideal. So here there is this department store. I guess still snowing. And then I think this is the last page. Yeah, it is. This is basically outside of the city, but not the farmland, but there's this little restaurant over here, and I think this is like one of those farms for children. What's the word? Not like a real farm, but like kinderboerderij in Dutch. So it would translate into, like, literally it would be children's farm. I can't think of the word. There's probably a word. So the bus is rather empty at this point, and look, the woman, she arrived. So I think she has been running after the bus the whole time, because here, oh no, look, actually here she got up, so probably a little bit she had a ride. I like that for her. So here comes the spring, and there are some more stories. Basically the same people, I think, more or less. So here we have the apartment complex, and here you can see, let me see, where's the baby? Because now there is a baby. Oh yeah, I think it's here, it's the woman with the baby over here. So why I think it looks like, well, it sort of resembles where I live. Well, first of all, there's this apartment complex with 3 apartments on top of each other, and actually that's the same where I live. And then I would be on the ground floor, except I'm obviously not on the ground floor, but that is because there's below me there's first a store, and then there's kind of like a hidden floor that isn't reachable from the apartment complex, you know, not from where I enter the complex, but it is like a storage floor for the store. And the store itself, it's like 1 floor, but it has really high walls. So actually it's like I am like the 3rd floor or the 2nd floor, something like that. But I am the 1st floor with apartments, you know, people just living there. So I feel like here I would maybe live in the middle one, I don't know. But that's what I really like about this image. It is sort of like our home. And then here for summer there is a garbage truck that, you know, continues to be in here. Then the 2nd one, there's a farm and some windmills. And then the city is over here and a gas station, and pretty much this is what the farmlands outside of the city where we live looks like. It's all pretty flat. That is typical of the Netherlands, although this looks like slightly hilly, so it's even more flat here, like complete flatness. Then we have the train station, and well, yeah, we do have a train station. It doesn't necessarily look like this, but I mean, my son loves the train station and the trains, so it feels like this is appropriate. And then we have this part of the city, and we actually do have a cultural center like this, and the library is part of it. That is actually where we borrowed this book. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna make a whisper video about this Forum building in Groningen, because it is beautiful and is special and it is new, and there's a story attached to it. It opened last year. The building just turned 1 year old, and at first people in Groningen, the general opinion was that it was a stupid plan to build it, that it was way too expensive and that it didn't look good. And now that it's built, everybody loves it. It's very popular. It's famous. It has won prizes. I mean, even The Guardian has written about it, like the British newspaper. So it's like, it's almost like world famous. It might be world famous. So I think that will be a good video in itself. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And then here, this one is even the best, I think, because here we have this main square, and this is where I live, pretty much. There is a tower with church bells close by, just as where I live. There is a bookstore, just as where I live. There is a hairdresser, well, there are many around my home, and like a bread, like a bakery, and fruit and vegetables, a hotel, and apotheek, that is a pharmacy. So basically, this just really looks like where I live. And then I feel like my son and I would live here, basically. Although we're not on top of the bakery, but we are like in a corner of the marketplace, the square, the main square. And then we are like the 1st floor above the store, although there would be like a hidden floor. Well, it doesn't matter. This is our window. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I love that. I just love it. And then there is this huge department store. Well, there is a huge department store close to our home. Our home, well, several. Although I must say, they are mostly closing down. For a while, stores and shops, especially clothing stores, just became bigger and bigger and bigger. And now I feel like there's this different movement going on, and the bigger stores, they're all closing down, and smaller stores are appearing. Although stores in general have a hard time, I think, already because of the internet, and then even more so this year because of the virus. Yeah, and then here there is this car park, and there is actually a car park close to our home too, and my son and I walk past the car park when we go to his daycare, and he really loves the car park. He loves the cars inside, so we're always getting excited when we near the car park, which is kind of silly maybe because it's most definitely the most ugly building that we meet when we walk to the daycare. However, I don't know, I like that about children, you know, they change the way you see the world. So yeah, and then this page, we do have like one of these children farms with a big playground in a park here in the city where I live. It's a big park, it's called Stadspark, and there is a beautiful, beautiful children's farm, although I'm sure there's another term for this farm, but anyway. So that is it for summer. No, spring. Now we enter summer. So once again we get the same images. Lots of flowers and bushes. And here you can see the mom with the baby. The baby's getting a little bit bigger. Let's see, can we once again see the woman who lives there? I don't see her yet. Let me see if there's a story about her this time. Oh, well, no, maybe different people are featured. So, yeah. And then there is the farm. All the animals outside. Is there... Let's see if there is something that is returning. Like, there's a car, a scooter, a red car, an ice cream cart. So let's see, the ice cream cart is here, and the violet car too. So yes. Oh well, now the ice cream cart is further on, then that's kind of strange, but that apparently is what it is. This is Poseidon, the name of the fish store. We actually have at the farmer's market, there is a fish stall that is called Poseidon. I mean, there are many things called Poseidon clearly, but I don't know, I just like it. One of the other things, the construction sites, you know, you just see the school getting built. And oh, there's some serious smoke and smog going on there. That doesn't look too good actually. So here the car is disappearing. And the ice cream guys are over there. There's some serious books falling down here. I feel like... Oh no, this is not a department store. I wanted to say, like, I feel like there's different stuff in a department store, but this is not the department store. The main square. Let me see. The ice cream is still here. And now the car is gone. Oh, the blue skies are gone. Now there's like thunder and lightning and rain. Well, yeah, that happens during summer. And now it's just basically raining. Like really raining. And the ice cream cart is nowhere to be found, I think. And now I'm looking at a department store. Maybe there are different things in the department store each season. That is kind of strange. See, now I want to rip the book apart again and compare. Obviously I can... I don't have to rip the book apart. I know I can just, like, I want to say scroll back, but I just... yeah, well, never mind. So, the last one. This is good. There's this rainbow. I didn't even notice this. I mean, I've looked at this book several times now and I didn't even notice this one, the rainbow. And here the cloud is disappearing. So, it's basically summer again. That's good. And then we have the last one, fall or autumn. So, let's see what's going on here. First, we have the apartment complex. The leaves are getting different colors and they're falling down. And the birds, they leave. The goose, I think. Let's see if we can find the baby. Is the baby somewhere in here? Yeah, here. The baby is in the carrier. I like that. And can we find the woman who lives here? Oh, there's still this woman who's reading the book. I think she was in the bus, like in the first season, probably somewhere. I don't know. So the farmland is getting brown, so probably whatever was on there has been harvested. The birds, or maybe it's the birds then. Oh, in here, I think this is the woman, right? With this huge pumpkin. No, oh, here, yes, there she is with a pumpkin. It really is a huge pumpkin. Let's find out what she's gonna do with it. Now they're here with a pumpkin. Still with a pumpkin. And his train, is it fish? Wow. Yeah, the birds still flying. Oh, here they take the pumpkin into the cultural center, because here there is like a pumpkin game, like a it says pompoenwedstrijd, which means like a pumpkin, not like a regular game, but like a contest. I think, you know, probably who has the biggest one. In which case, if it is indeed size, then they're gonna win. So yeah. Oh, and here's the school. It's now opening today. It's finished. So here we have the town square again. The birds still flying. And there are these children with the little lights. It's sort of like the trick and treat. We have that on November the 11th on Sint Maarten. Children sing songs and then they get candy. So that's what's going on. And here we have the apartment store. Yeah, it is different because now people sell these lights. Yeah, and you just see a couple of birds. Oh, and here there's like a fox. And then we have the last page of the book. And the children are here with all their little lights, and it just looks so beautiful. So that is the book. Guys, what do you think? What do you think? Basically, I'm loving it. I'm really loving it, and I feel like still I haven't seen, like, there's still a lot to explore. So maybe I'm gonna buy this book. I mean, not this particular one because it's from the library, and but I saw that I can buy this book. The local, we have a children's bookstore, which is basically a really nice store, and they have this book. It's about 25 euros. So I'm not gonna buy it this month because I am gonna try to pay off my student loan, like all of it. I have 1,509 euros and a few cents left. So this month I'm gonna be frugal. But maybe I can save up some money, or maybe for my son's second birthday. It feels so strange that he's turning 2. I mean, it's in May, so he just turned. He's basically a year and a half. Although now 1 month more, so it's now 19 months. So he's nowhere near turning 2. But if his next birthday arrives, he will turn 2, and I just feel like he's just been born. I remember so well when he was born. I feel like I remember. Well, obviously not every second of the day, but I feel like I still remember a lot of details about the day that he was born. A lot of details. I can just think back to that day, and then I'm in there. And the memories are also really detailed. It's like I hear sounds and I see everything in color, and I remember faces, and oh boy, it was such a special moment. And then it's like, yeah, I mean, we've been together for a couple of weeks. That's how it feels like. And now he's like a year and a half, and I can't even believe it. Seriously, I can't believe what's going on. It's the best thing. It truly is the best thing. I'm so happy he's here. Well, okay. Now basically rambling. I'm gonna stop recording. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.